Finally, there's the question of leakage, which is something that we see often come up for oil and gas projects from buyers that really ask good question. And it's, well, how do we know that when we retire this oil and gas well, that somebody else just won't go out there and drill another one? Obviously, on a well by well basis, this is very, very hard to track. And we know that's not how the industry really works. And so we believe that the best way is to really look at it from a fundamental level. We all like fundamental considerations. And it is a fact that it is kind of determined based on simply supply and demand considerations. We know that over the last 15, 20 years, really the focus has been on reducing the demand for hydrocarbons, whether that be through energy efficiency standards, supporting investments for renewable energy, or emission reduction schemes such as in California and in Europe. This has put a downward pressure on the demand. However, by simply doing that, we move down the curve with a consistent supply, which reduces the price. And so unless we have a holistic system in place that forces all players and participants in the market to follow these demand reduction requirements, it'll lower the price of the existing supply, which will then just simply have leakage into those markets where non-participating users will take advantage of lower prices and increase their demand, thus really creating leakage from the demand side. However, if we reduce supply at the same time in a proportionate manner to the demand, then the price stability is maintained based on the supply and demand side, thus minimizing the leakage into non-participating players. And we believe, since we have had so much support on the demand reduction and no support, or the supply side has not been addressed at all, we're basically playing catch up with reducing the supply, starting with the least productive wells. Thus, we get a disproportionate bang for emission reductions while reducing the supply of these reserves, focusing on the most efficient ones, the least emitting ones, and the ones that actually deliver the most value to the market for the least amount of cost. And of course, on all these subjects that I've just gone through, there's more information and more detail in the protocol itself. So I invite you all to go to our website and download it and give it a read if you are more interested, or contact us if you have more specific questions. As I mentioned throughout this description, we really have focused on evaluating and developing a methodology that is consistent with the highest standards out there for the voluntary carbon market. Even though including the Integrity Council for Voluntary Carbon Markets, even though they're still finalizing their methodology, it is a very thorough guidance system, and we're building our platform around that to meet really all those requirements, and that is our focus, to really get validated around that. But also, referencing other existing protocols out there, such as the California Air Resource Board, LCFS requirements, ACR, Vera, Gold Standard. They all have protocols out there for different kinds of carbon offset projects. And so really making sure that the protocol that we have developed is consistent in principle and fundamental nature with all of these protocols and methodologies that are already out there and accepted by the market. So where are we currently with the ZeroSix methodology? We launched this. The ZeroSix is a fairly new company. We launched last year. And so we secured, and key partnerships were first to be secured as really kind of the verifiers of the carbon credit, since we needed to know what the standard requirements would be. So we've secured the partnership with Ryder Scott to help develop this methodology, but also to act as independent verifiers of the submitted projects. We've assembled an amazing team, part of which you had a pleasure of meeting today, including Sam and Hoos. And so we have experts both in the oil and gas with a long history, as well as blockchain experts, an executive leadership team with an amazing network in the industry. We launched our brand last November. Some of you may have noticed that. We launched the MVP of our platform this past January, and we're finalizing a technology audit report to make sure that everything is really bulletproof and secure on the platform itself. We've finalized the protocol that you are reviewing now, that we've just gone through, and really also finalizing our partnership for creating ratings for the submitted projects through B0, which is a key consideration for a lot of buyers, and another benchmark to really create high quality carbon credits that'll command a premium price and value in the market. We've also been onboarding pilot projects, which we have secured the test projects, and the execution is currently scheduled for sometime this summer, maybe July. And we're targeting finally first sales on our platform going live this August in 2023. And that is when the first credits will be minted and enter the market. And we're very excited about that, and really excited to have you guys join us on this journey. And I'm here to answer any additional questions. And thank you for your time.